The Office, the infamous show, the famous show, which is a remake of the UK, Ricky Gervais satire, is not on Netflix US anymore. Even though it's a US show that was a remake of the UK show, but it's available on the new UK Netflix, but not on American Netflix, which is really bizarre. But thanks to SmartDNS Proxy's VPN, you can access content around the world like Netflix UK and watch most of the content without having to sign up for other streaming services. So if you're going to go with SmartVPN, just sign up with smartdnsproxy.com and click the link in the description below. That'll lead you to the App Store, which will let you download the app. And then just go to the server and then choose UK. That way you can access all the content that's geo-restricted to you from the UK, and now you can watch UK and US content at the same time. Anyway, here are the best 10 Netflix shows from UK Netflix that are not accessible to most people in the US. Come on, this show needs no introduction, but yeah, it's a remake of the Ricky Gervais UK satire show that actually surpassed its source material in terms of quality and popularity. It's about a bunch of average office employees and their day-to-day life. But Michael Scott was the true king of the show, who actually pulled it off for 7 seasons, and then the last 2 seasons kind of dipped, if you ask me. The show was available in Netflix US until Jan 2021, but NBC decided to take it back to their own platform, Peacock. Unsurprisingly, The Office US became the most streamed show in 2020, especially when everyone's home on lockdown, with about 57 billion views. So Rick and Morty is this adult animated sitcom which stars a scientist who's a sociopath as well, called Rick Sanchez, and his sidekick, who's a 14-year-old grandson, Morty Smith. This show won awards as well. It was on Adult Swim, but it also appeals to kids. They explore infinite universes, often causing chaos and, running into trouble and whatnot. It's a brilliant show that treads the line between being adult and appealing to kids at the same time. So this show is a Canadian sci-fi thriller. We have to say that because not many Canadian shows are there. So it features Titania Maslany, an orphan who witnesses a suicide of a doppelganger of her and later turns out to be one of her clones. Following which, she seeks to find the reason behind the existence of her clones, and then she'll battle against those who want to, destroy them. So this one's a police procedural about 3 police officers from the British anti-corruption unit called AC-12. So they come to know about the persuasive nature of corruption among their own police officers and then their organised crime. So they seek to corrupt the identities of the H known to be a corrupt officer within the department. This show is probably one of the longest live-action comedy shows that's running around, about, 5 narcissistic friends who run a bar in Philadelphia. They often find themselves in the most ridiculous situations with their, childish behavior and small brains. It's a lot of wacky comedy, but if you like that kind of stuff, it's for you. So this show is about London police detectives called Casey Stewart and Sunny Khan who solve, stone cold murder crimes in the past. Every season involves a seemingly impossible to solve case, kind of like True Detective, with a touch of emotional drama between the people that are involved. So it's a sci-fi comedy show about, a group of young offenders who end up doing 6 weeks of community service, and then suddenly they get struck by lightning. Following that, everyone in that group except for one kid gets superpowers. It's a little offbeat, but I loved it when I was, a teenager back in the day. So, okay, I'm not a Trekkie, but Star Trek Discovery is the 7th series that's set in the Star Trek universe. So I watched the remakes, but even that is too much for me. So it really didn't interest me at first, but it just might be for you if you're a Trekkie or even not. Maybe you just like sci-fi shows. It's about Michael Burnham, a Starfleet officer just like Kirk, the infamous hero, who truly understands all things alien and then guides the Starfleet's journey into their missions and then discovers new worlds and life forms and whatnot. Just like classic Star Trek, if you ask me. Alright, Modern Family is yet another mockumentary-style sitcom just like The Office about, 3 related families in Los Angeles who rely on each other for their day-to-day problems and whatnot. But the show managed to win an Emmy Award for what it was, for outstanding comedy in each of their initial 5 years. But it dipped in quality over the years, so you're better off watching the first 6 or 7 seasons and then dropping off after that, just like it. Alright, it stars Claire Danes as Carrie Matheson, a troubled CIA agent, who's also convinced that one of the Marines who returned home after being a long-time prisoner is actually an Al-Qaeda terrorist, a double agent. So those are some of the best TV shows that you can access using SmartVPN. All you have to do is get a reliable and secure VPN connection, preferably like SmartDNS Proxy, and then you'll just have access to the catalogue from Netflix UK. It's as simple as that. As always, I'm Vamsy, thanks for watching, and if you're new here, click on that subscribe button. That way you get notified every time we put out a new video, and then click on that bell icon so that you really get it in your notifications button, and then you can just click on that. I'll see you in the next one because I promise that I always do. See ya.